I will not be the one to be forgotten."
These words resonate with defiance and love, encapsulating the heart of Toni Morrison's Beloved.
This haunting tale compels us to confront the trauma lingering long after slavery's chains have shattered.
When Beloved was published in 1987, it unraveled emotions and truths that many wished to bury. Morrison did not just write a story, she crafted a mirror reflecting the scars of a nation. Set against post-Civil War America, Beloved emerges in a world grappling with history's ghosts. The Civil War had ended in 1865, but the battle scars of many were just beginning to surface. The abolition of slavery did not erase the legacy of brutality or the wounds inflicted upon African Americans. Families torn apart, identities erased, and memories suppressed became the painful tapestry of that era. As many sought to reclaim their lives, the chasm of trauma echoed hauntingly through generations. In Beloved, we meet Seeth, whose journey embodies slavery's profound impact. Seeth, a former enslaved woman, grapples with the pain of her past and the haunting presence of her deceased daughter, whom she named Beloved. Through Morrison's lyrical prose, we experience the suffocating weight of Seeth's memories, each recollection pulling us deeper into her struggle for self-identity and redemption. Morrison expertly crafts a narrative that demands attention. Seeth's fierce love for her children drives her to make unimaginable choices that resonate with the sorrow of a survivor. Memory and trauma become not only themes but characters in their own right, haunting lives even as they strive for freedom. Why does Morrison emphasize memory's importance? Memory is not merely past recollection, it is fundamental to identity. To forget is to lose oneself. With every step, Morrison compels us to confront uncomfortable truths within our collective history. Her narrative reminds us that the past lies within us, waiting to be acknowledged. Characters are poised for a reckoning. As we delve into Beloved, we uncover intricate layers, a work that tells a story and demands engagement with the truths of our shared past. In Beloved, Morrison weaves a rich tapestry of experience, drawing upon the haunting legacy of slavery. Seeth's act of infanticide and attempt to shield her children from servitude serves as the story's profound crux. Morrison thrusts us into the depths of Seeth's suffering, revealing a woman who believed that death was the only escape from violence and oppression. This shocking act takes place in the stillness of a world where the echoes of the past coalesce into an unbearable present. Morrison writes, "I would rather die than let my children be enslaved." In this moment, we understand the ferocity of Seeth's love, a love that will stop at nothing, not even the bounds of life and death. The novel's non-linear structure challenges readers to piece together shards of memory, akin to trauma's ability to fracture the psyche. Each character's story interlaces with Seeth's, illuminating their shared experiences. Paul D., who escaped from the same plantation, carries his own scars. As he recalls the harrowing experience of being chained, like a wild animal, the visceral imagery evokes the brutality of his past, revealing how the ghost of slavery continues to haunt even the strongest souls. Morrison introduces Beloved, a manifestation of Seeth's repressed guilt and unresolved grief. Her arrival is like a storm breaking over a still landscape, forcing Seeth and those around her to confront fears and the hollowness left by their past. Beloved embodies the yearning for connection and the desperate need for acknowledgement. Morrison writes with grace that transforms pain into poetry, weaving together history, myth, and humanity. The house at 124 Bluestone Road becomes a character steeped in sorrow and memories. Its oppressive atmosphere mirrors the weight of history, reflecting how spaces embody trauma. The creaking floors, the lingering scent of decay, and the cold draft whispering through the walls speak volumes about the pain that resides within. Seeth's home is both a repository of pain and a potential symbol of healing, representing resilience. With every creak of the floorboards, the echoes of the past reverberate, blending with the whispers of the children who once filled the home with laughter, now silenced by the relentless grip of trauma. Morrison does not shy away from slavery's grotesque realities. Through vivid imagery, she captures the dichotomy between the beauty of the human spirit and the depths of depravity. Yet amidst the darkness, hope flickers. Characters seek solace through community, underscoring the importance of collective memory. When Seeth gathers with her fellow former slaves, the strength of shared experience becomes a balm, a moment of communion that transcends the scars of their past.
Morrison's exploration of trauma catalyzes transformation.
Her narrative compels understanding and action. By confronting the past, we may find a path to healing, a lesson that resonates powerfully today.
Morrison writes, "The best thing you can do is get it out. Just name it and let it go. You have to let the pain of the past become part of you, but you cannot let it define you." As we navigate through Seed's world, Morrison immerses us in slavery's harrowing legacy. Seed's story is filled with unimaginable pain and sacrifice. The specter of her daughter embodies the trauma of a broken family, a reminder of freedom's cost. Seed's escape from Sweet Home, the plantation where she endured unspeakable horrors, becomes an act of defiance. Yet that pursuit is fraught with peril and loss. Morrison captures the moment Seed arrives in Cincinnati, a place of hope and haunting reminders. The house on Bluestone Road becomes infused with spirits of the past, a sanctuary and a prison. As the narrative progresses, Beloved transforms the dynamics within this home, serving as a conduit to the past and a representation of unaddressed grief. With each passing day, Beloved grows more demanding, drawing Seed deeper into the chasm of her own memories, the good, the bad, and the unspeakable. Through characters like Paul D., we witness how the past intrudes upon the present. His struggles resonate deeply, illustrating how trauma manifests in silence, rage, or withdrawal. Paul D.'s relationship with Seed becomes a battleground for confronting shared memories and unspoken pain. His haunting mantra, "I am not where I am supposed to be," encapsulates the dislocation felt by many who survived enslavement. In his eyes, we see the longing for a home that can never be reclaimed, a future forever altered by the past. Morrison's rich, layered storytelling depicts personal trauma and the collective suffering of a community. Each character's journey reflects the larger African American struggle for identity amid history's ruins, challenging us to engage with discomfort and resist burying the past. The character of Stampede serves as a vital link between these journeys, a man who has paid dearly for his freedom and carries the burden of others along with him. His insight into Seed's struggles reveals that healing is a communal effort, no one can do it alone. Morrison's dialogue evokes the struggle for dignity, illustrating how love can be both a sanctuary and a weapon against oppression. As the narrative unfolds, remembering becomes a path to healing. Acknowledging trauma is crucial for liberation, both personal and collective. Seed's struggle becomes symbolic of the larger, relentless fight against a society that seeks to erase voices like hers. In Beloved, we find not just a story of survival, but a call to action. Morrison's work transcends fiction, anchoring in the fight for justice and the enduring quest for healing, a powerful testament to the human spirit. As Seed fights to reconcile her past, the narrative unfolds layers of complexity, revealing that the journey toward healing is fraught with challenges and profound realizations. The arrival of Beloved, Seed's confrontation with her past, demands remembrance. This haunting presence embodies the truth of what has happened. Seed's journey becomes a courageous confrontation with buried pain. The weight of memory clings to her as she realizes that healing requires facing what has been suppressed. No longer able to evade the truth, Seed's realization becomes a pivotal moment. She cannot sacrifice her past in the name of her future. The moment culminates in a poignant realization as Seed speaks her truth, echoing power through generations. True liberation cannot occur without forgiveness of oneself and the past. Morrison does not provide easy answers, she challenges us to reckon with trauma's scars. Through Seed's journey, we must contemplate our own relationships with memory and trauma. This climax weaves memory, grief, and redemption, illuminating the path as Seed learns that facing her past is essential to liberation, echoing Morrison's larger message about confronting histories to transcend the pain that binds us. The impact of Morrison's Beloved transcends its pages, traversing generations. Her exploration of slavery's scars serves as essential commentary on our collective history. In an age of urgent conversations about racial equity, her insights resonate powerfully, challenging us to examine our relationships with memory and trauma. Examining the aftermath of slavery reveals that the ghost of the past lingers, not as a relic but as a living entity that shapes identities and experiences. Beloved urges us to uncover silences surrounding painful legacies, calling on us to break the cycle of trauma.
This idea remains critical as society grapples with systemic racism's ongoing impacts.
Morrison's characters invite us to engage with history, to carry it so we may find liberation through understanding.
Each character serves as a vessel of memory, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity.
Morrison's narrative serves as a compass, illuminating the path toward healing.
She urges us to confront our past, suggesting that buried truths only facilitate re-emergence in harmful ways. The haunting character Beloved symbolizes unresolved trauma, inspiring readers to unearth buried stories.
Acknowledging memories becomes vital for reconciliation, personally and collectively.
Through Morrison's lens, we see that true healing begins not in forgetting but in remembering, in telling the stories that linger in the shadows. As discussions surrounding race evolve, Morrison's reflections prompt us to reconsider carrying the weight of historical injustices. Her work demands acknowledgement of identity complexities as we navigate our own histories. She intertwines the personal with the political, illustrating that the tragedies from slavery resonate with global narratives of oppression and resilience. The echoes of Seeth's experiences become relevant as we explore the contemporary struggles faced by marginalized communities. In classrooms and conversations, the themes of Beloved spark reflection.
Educators use it to frame discussions about memory, reconciliation, and historical context.
Activists draw upon her narrative and advocacy for societal acknowledgement of past injustices.
Morrison's urgency that confronting painful histories is vital remains ever present.
The words of her characters become a rallying cry for change, echoing in the hearts of those who dare to listen. In the modern movement for racial justice, individuals strive to rise above systemic oppression while grappling with the trauma of past injustices.
Morrison encourages seeing our histories not as burdens but as building blocks toward a more inclusive society.
Memory becomes a force shaping what could be, a powerful tool for forging connections among those who share the weight of history. Her narrative is not merely a record of pain but a testament to resilience and an invitation to envision a different future. This legacy of confronting trauma reverberates through contemporary activism. Morrison's challenge to reflect on our histories becomes a guiding principle for movements that uplift marginalized voices and question the status quo. By engaging with the past, we create foundations for understanding and empathy. Every story told, every truth acknowledged, contributes to a larger narrative that honors the sacrifices of those who came before us.
Morrison teaches us healing is a collective journey requiring the courage to share our stories and witness others' experiences.
Her prose inspires reflection on our narratives and the ways we relate to history, urging us to embrace vulnerability and honor resilience. The act of remembering becomes an act of resistance, a way to reclaim agency in a world that often seeks to silence or erase. Reflecting on Morrison's Beloved, we must consider how her narrative compels us in our lives.
How do we confront persistent traumas in our societies? What roles do we play in acknowledging our shared histories?
The words of Morrison reverberate in the modern world, inviting engagement with the histories intertwined in our identities. In our quest for justice, let us embrace the past. It is through understanding that we can forge a path toward a more equitable future. Remember, no matter how painful, every story has the potential to heal, and every moment of reflection brings us closer to a world where all voices are heard and honored.